This is the Whousewe 2-pack solar landscape spotlights. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get an instruction manual and you get 2 lights, so you have a complete kit for each one. So you have a light here, the bracket that will attach to it here, I'll show you that in a minute, and the lock nut for it. There's a riser and a ground stake, but it doesn't have to be mounted to the ground. It can be mounted to a wall. As you see in the brackets here, there are screw holes there, and in fact they also give you screws and wall anchors right there. So let me tell you a little bit about these lights. Each light has 108 LEDs. They're cool white, and you see there's different surfaces, and the LEDs point outwards on each of these surfaces there. And also the center has 6 LED clusters as such. The lights, of course, are IP65 waterproof, so they can be outside in the rain and snow without any problem. And they include an 1800 milliamp hour battery, which is of the 18650 type, very commonly available. These lights have no motion sensors whatsoever. They're strictly dusk to dawn, so as long as it's dark out, they'll turn on, and when it gets light out, they turn off. And they have 4 different modes. They have basically a low, medium, and high brightness level, and also a breathing mode. So let me show you how they go together. Alright, to assemble these is very, very simple. You just take the bracket, and you're going to go ahead and stick it on down in there, and you can see how the hole there lines up. There's also a nut-shaped opening. So you take one of the nuts and just fit that in there. Now you just want to hold that with your thumb is fine, and take the screw here and you're just going to push that through. Now it's going to be a little bit of wiggling until you get it right on. So the main trick here is just to get that center bracket lined up with that, still holding the nut on this side. And once you have that, you can go ahead and tighten this down just till it's barely tight. Now you can turn that and we can tighten this down as such. Now if you wanted to mount this on a wall, well, there you go with your 2 holes right there. You could stick it right on a wall and it'll mount like that. If you want it to point straight out, you can do that just like that, or you can put it in a ground stake. This piece fits in there as a riser, and then that will fit in over here, so it's on a nice long ground stake like that. You also don't have to use that riser if you don't want. Depending on how tall you want it, you can stick the ground stake right in there like that, and that way it'll just be this length instead of with the riser. On the back of the light is a button. You press that to change the modes, low, medium, or high brightness, or breathing, and once again we'll just shut it off so it won't turn on at all. So I press the button just once to turn it on. It goes on low. There's medium. There's high. Any of the banding effects you saw earlier are not there in real life. Press again and it goes into a breathing mode like this, where it goes bright and dim to add some nice visual appeal to maybe a koi pond or something like that. Let me shut the lights off and show you what these can do. Also, like I said, it's solar. Right now the solar panel is pointing down toward this surface, so that's why it senses it's dark. If I flip it over, it turns off, and there is the solar panel right there. So what you're seeing now is just some natural light coming in from the window. I'm going to take just one of the lights and turn it on, and there it is on low. Just enough to walk by a pathway or walkway, something like that. Medium if you like a little bit extra brightness. High is really nice and bright, and that can certainly cast across a yard. And if we go to the breathing mode, you can see it'll do that. So now we're going to switch back to off and low again. And I'm going to get the other light here pointed in the same general direction and turn that on. So there's both on low, both on medium, both on high, and both on breathing mode. I'll let them alternate. So you can see how it sort of maintains a brightness with it because they're alternating. So if you watch here, they're both sort of breathing like that. And just like a line of cars with turn signals on where they never exactly match up, you can see them in phase and out of phase, these will eventually come together where they're both going on and off at the same time, and then will eventually alternate like this, given enough time. So once again, this was the Whousewe 2-pack of solar landscape lights. A nice light to add some visual flair to your outdoor backyard or front yard, wherever you'd like to put them, to light up the night. And they're solar, so they're completely green in that regard. There's nothing you need to do except just turn them on once and they'll serve you all through the season without any problem. If you'd like to purchase this light set, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find them available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.